Yo, it's your boy Luap coming back at it again with another video. As of episode 100 of Pokemon Journeys, we were introduced to a new opening sequence. This intro is arguably the best of Pokemon Journeys visually, but most importantly it introduced us to a plethora of characters that seem to be returning. One of the characters that generated the most buzz upon being there was of course Paul. The fact that I called this in a video just a few months ago is truly chef's kiss. His 1 second shot of standing in front of a mountain, just standing there menacingly, was just so hype that I genuinely lost my marbles when I saw it. Paul is an interesting case because I don't think that he has a clear path to return to. He could be in the Ultra class, he could be in the Masters 8, heck, he could even be in the Project Mew / Crown Tundra arc. In this video I'll discuss all 3 of those possibilities, but before I do I urge you to hit the like button and subscribe. With all that out of the way, let's get started by seeing why Paul could return in the Ultra class. Now, I'll go ahead and say that this is my least favorite of the 3 options for Paul to come back to. I think we could all agree that Paul is one of the strongest trainers that the anime has ever shown us, so him being at least in the Ultra Class trainer is obvious. However, him being here just doesn't work for reasons I'll bring up later. For reasons supporting this argument, it could be really nail-biting if the last battle for Ash to get into the Masters 8 and the final trainer standing in his path is none other than the former rival Paul. In fact, Ash doesn't have a good win rate against Brandon's son, with his only win being in the Lily of the Valley Conference. Well, that and the Squawville Pokeringer contest. And in the Lily of the Valley Conference, he didn't even bring his Torterra, which is easily one of his strongest Pokemon. Despite having an easy path thus far, if it were revealed that Paul was his next opponent, it would definitely not be counted as an easy win if he were to win. This would lead to an amazing battle with Paul, perhaps showing off some new Pokemon that he has caught, but also showing off his classic Electivire as well as Torterra. Speaking of which, I'd love to see a rematch of Ash's Infernape and Electivire whenever he appears. I wouldn't want it to be each of their final Pokemon, but just an epic clash between these 2 titans is a must. I bring it back because back in Journeys episode 68, we were foreshadowed with Paul's return when Gary mentioned having seen their battle on the TV. In that same episode, Infernape went and helped to battle against Moltres. Infernape was later remembered in Journeys episode 90, where Alton and Ash had an Infernape as well. Basically, what I'm saying is that the Journeys writing team has definitely not forgotten about Infernape, and I just wish they'd do him justice by still having what it takes to go toe-to-toe with an elite trainer.
Hey everyone, it's Smart.
No, not this elite trainer.
Nope.
This elite trainer is Ace Pokemon. But that doesn't have to limit the battle to just being in the Ultra class, which I feel like wouldn't do the battle the justice it deserves. The Masters 8 is where the 7 most powerful trainers, and Flint, call home at the end of the World Coronation series. Okay, but Flint is most likely going to be knocked out of the Masters 8 before we get there. This is where we should see the return of Luap spelled backwards. All the way back in Diamond and Pearl series episode 188, Cynthia said,
Paul and Ash, someday soon, they'll both be entering the Champion League, and how I look forward to that day.
I think that their rematch is more than worthy of being in the Masters 8, with their match in the Sinnoh League already easily being one of the best battles in the Pokemon anime period. Paul would also come back to show off some new Pokemon that he has caught in his travels since his last appearance, namely from Gen 5 to Gen 8. We can also see how his character has changed since then. I personally don't see him being completely different, but just different enough that as a long-term fan we can see that he has indeed changed for the better. It'd be cool if he didn't even battle Ash in the first round of the Masters 8. Imagine if he battled someone like Alon, another powerful rival to Ash whom we could never defeat. Being defeated by Paul and then having him to go against Paul in the top 4, this will make Paul seem extra scary and will make everyone more nervous about their upcoming battle. Honestly, Paul being in the Masters 8 is my most hoped for outcome, but it isn't the only likely option. There's a decent chance that Paul could actually be somewhat involved in the Project Mew, but more specifically in the Crown Tundra arc. This is actually what I predicted all the way back on November 29, 2021 when I made my Paul Returns video. What if he was out doing research with Brandon in the Crown Tundra when the Reggies all attack like we see in this opening shot? Now I don't expect it to be some Attack on Titan kind of attack, but I do expect the Chasers to battle all of the Reggies. Maybe when Go, Asahi, and Tsurugi are all pushed back and pushed to their very limits, we hear Brandon and Paul sending out their Pokemon and helping them out. This would make for a cool scene of Paul and Brandon, who are both very important to the history of the anime, helping out. Brandon would get to see more forms of Reggie, which he loves so deeply, and Paul would make his way into our hearts once more. Like, the opening shot does seem in front of a mountain, but this could just be Mount Coronet, which is from his home region. It could also be this mountain, but in a different season, who knows. I could also picture Go returning to Ash and telling him how this strong trainer with purple hair came and saved him. It'd be even funnier if he had a good relationship, which leads Ash to be like, nope, it has to be another guy. This could work as a strong prelude to a Masters 8 appearance by Paul as well. So as of the making of this video, Pokemon just shadow dropped a special preview that literally had 1 frame of Paul in it. We also later on see that there's a Garchomp and a Dragonite sparring in front of what looks like Lake Equity. This Garchomp can't be Cynthia's because it's a male and Cynthia's is a female, so maybe Paul has gotten one of his own. Him barely making an appearance in the special preview tells me that his appearance is going to be short in these upcoming episodes, perhaps a short battle with Ash before revealing that he's either in Project Mew or more likely is actually in the Masters 8 and is waiting for Ash to get there. Yeah, there wasn't much to go on, but that's just my short prediction for that. So yeah, those are my 3 predictions for Paul to return in Pokemon Journeys. While some possibilities are definitely better than others, I find that just having Paul in Pokemon Journeys in itself will be a treat of its own, and one that I very much look forward to. Whatever it is, I hope they just don't skimp out on him by just bringing him back for one episode, or even doing him dirty like they did Brad.
Hey, listen, Short Stack, it's not Botch, it's Butch! Didn't your mother teach you to remember people's names?
And Cassidy. It'd be a complete shame if they just brought Paul back to completely ruin his character growth, or just have him be in a couple of scenes that could have been anyone else. What do you think of Paul's return? I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about this, so I'm curious, what do you think? And which of the stories that I said do you feel like would do him the most justice? Finally, I'd love to hear your own personal stories on how he could return. As always, if you made it this far into the video, I truly appreciate you. And as always, it's been your boy Luap, and I'm out. Peace.